It's not as easy as it looks, let me tell you. There's always one word. There's always one word you throw in that sucks up the whole thing. In the garage with an old friend today, and I'm not talking about Mel. Although he is old and he's a friend. We've got one of the cars that transported the race car to the races last year. It's the Porsche Cayenne. Is it Cayenne or Cayenne? Cayenne. It says E-double-N. Cayenne. Okay. And we've still got the stickers on it. I think it was at Snetterton, Mel, the race? Yeah. Snetterton messed up some stickers that were going on the race car, and there was some left, and Mel put them on the Porsche. So they adopted the names D. Is it Alistair, yeah? D-Dog and NW Tricks are their new rap names. So what's the issue here today, Mel? What are we doing in the Porsche?
We're changing the NOx sensor.
Changing the NOx sensor.
NOx.
And that's all?
NOx sensor.
Changing the NOx sensor, that throws up an engine light. These cars love their engine lights and all the Christmas tree lights they put on the dash. So,
any big trip I do always ends up having the dashboard lit up like a Christmas tree.
Yeah. So we've only got one light on it, Mel.
Keeps asking me, anytime I phone him, he says, are you driving the Porsche? How many lights you got on?
But is it just one?
It's just one we've got on here.
Just one light. I think he's getting off lightly. So without further ado, we'll just shove a camera on it, and if you've got the same problem, we're going to work out how to do it. Could go two ways, so let's say it could be really easy, and we're getting home for beers, or knowing Mel, he doesn't like leaving stuff undone, so we could be here all night. Let's hope it's a shorter, and without him touching.
Yeah, so that's there.
I know, mine are like there.
Yeah, but they've got this big wire here.
Yeah.
And then you've got this.
Right, yeah, I got
to undo. Right next, so if you went through that insulation,
yeah.
Oh, fucking
get
great.
A tool on it. Yeah. So what Mel was talking about there, this is our NOx sensor, which we're going to change round, Mel, no? And this is our lambda sensor.
Yeah. It's got stuff in it.
Did you just squeeze it?
Yeah.
I didn't know you could squeeze an aerosol and it would give you more pressure.
Handy hints.
Ah.
Look how clean this thing's running. You just wipe the carbon. That's now done 2,000 miles.
Got the light, don't you? What you got there, Mel?
A special box.
A magic box?
Bit of magic box. Courtesy of Bluespark Automotive.
Are they sponsoring you, Mel?
No.
Oh.
But this will be the 4th tuning box I've had off these guys.
Alright.
And every single one,
Cool.
every single one makes the car far nicer to drive.
So what, you getting more power or?
And you get more power and you get better fuel economy. And I've had this on diesel cars. But I also did it on an Infiniti Q30 2-litre turbo, which is basically the same as the Mercedes GLA 2-litre turbo, and they'd never done the Q30 before. So I drove down, the guy stuck it on their 4-wheel drive rolling load and programmed the Infiniti Q30, and that was a real sleeper. That was 211 horsepower standard and had 241, 242, something like that once they'd finished, and I had better fuel economy.
Better fuel economy and more power?
More power, and that was on the petrol turbo as well. So the guys, it's not just diesel stuff they do petrol stuff
That's
as well.
like the holy grail.
Yeah, so they did a really good job. The guys are really good to talk to, they really know their stuff.
Yeah. And what, the Panamera as well?
Yeah, Panamera turbo, yeah, I'll do one for the Panamera likely.
Ooh. And what would help with turbo lag?
Yeah, turbo. Yeah. So basically they do, this one's one of the more expensive ones, so they do they're monitoring the airflow and the fuel pressure, and they do the wee secret box of stuff that modifies stuff, makes it run better. Still keeps the emissions. At first I thought the problem I was having was because I put that box on.
Oh, is that why you took it off?
And that's why I took it off to prove it. And the good thing they do is you'll see that this has, very quickly you can take the box off, and there's a bypass plug they always give you with their boxes, because they themselves know that the boxes are, they're not going to cause a problem. But so you can prove it, you can actually take the box off, plug that in, you don't need to take the loom out or anything like that, and that push your car back to standard. So you can prove that if you get any problems, it's not to do with their box. And that's exactly what I did.
So you took the box out, put that in, and you still had the same problem?
Running standard,
okay.
And we have the problem. So it's nothing to do with the tuning box. Again, it's a good feature that these guys do. What we're looking for, snips. So this is the little plug they give you.
Ah, but I've got the OEM zip tie. If you want, is that a pop in or is that a thread? That's a thread.
No, that's actually somewhere you wouldn't normally sit. So I only sat that there because it was easy access.
Okay.
When you put the covers on, you can get easy access. It's the feature of the Porsche. It's like.
So that's basically changing the map in the ECU.
Doesn't affect, it's not changing the map on the standard ECU. What it does is it interprets the signals coming from the ECU and then reinterprets the fuel pressure to the fuel rail, depending on engine load and airflow and boost pressure.
Because changing the map in the ECU is actually changing the map in the ECU.
It's actually changing the map in the ECU. So the good thing about this is, unlike always the conversation about do I remap on the ECU or do I put a tuning box on? If you remap on an ECU, as soon as you put it into a dealer for everything, that map will be wiped out. Or they'll see it's been remapped, and their diagnostics will go, oh, this has been remapped. Whereas with the tuning box, take the tuning box off, connect the diagnostics to it, it's completely standard again. Completely standard. I have another car which has been remapped on the ECU. Fantastic map, things run brilliantly. That's the Aston.
Oh, right.
So I couldn't get a tuning box for the Aston, so I had to map it on the ECU. And I actually forgot, I gave it in to somebody to fit new controllers on the seats. And when they recoded the controllers on the seats, it wiped out my map. So I ended up having to buy another map, because then what you can do is you can take your original map back off, put it on the reprogramming device, and it's all coded to your VIN number. And they couldn't, well, they could, to be fair, they said they could send my wee box away, get it redone again and stuff, but it would have taken a few months. So I was like, no, I want it back on. Fine. And they were kind enough to do a discount on the kit again, so that'll just do my mistake, you know. So, anyway, cable ties.
In the electrical department. Oh, don't even know mine. There we go. Let's go out. You happy with that sitting there like that?
Yeah, it's quite a light thing.
Right.
And the loom I've cable tied onto, so it's not going to go anywhere.
Oh, I don't like it shaking about like that though, Mel. Really? You happy with
It's
that?
an inanimate object, it doesn't get out and dance itself.
I know that, but I don't like shaky things in the car.
But it's not going to go anywhere, it's sitting there quite happily. Gravity wants to keep it that way. It's
Right.
not going to...
Tell us in the comments below, should Mel leave that shaky about or should he secure it better?
I could...
I don't know, I'm just saying. It seemed a bit shaky.
Absolutely fine.
Alright.
It's going nowhere. Now you got me thinking.
Exactly, I could see you thinking actually. Get another 5 tape cable ties out.
Shall I put another one on just in case?
So you just keep this.
Yeah, keep that.
That is
in your
quite
glove
cool,
box.
isn't it? Good idea.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
What I like about it, in fact, is that they've thought about the fact that people, the first thing people go, oh, I've got a fault in my car, it must be that tuning box
Yeah.
I've put on it. And they're going, well, they know themselves that it's not going to be, because they know what they're doing. But just to rule things out like that, well, you can prove it. Take that, put that in, and that's it back to standard.
Perfect.
Perfect. Do I close the bonnet? Yeah, let's close the bonnet.
Job done, Mel. Come on. Job done.
There's good stuff in it.
Did you just squeeze it?
Yeah.
I didn't know you could squeeze an aerosol and it would give you more pressure.
Handy hints.
Ah.
Need to leave that for
Yeah.
5-10 minutes.
Cup of tea. Actually, there's no lights at all. My
No.
God. Porsche Cayenne without lights in the dash. Better sell it now. So Mel's going back to Mel, he's not going back to Barcelona, he's leaving from Barcelona to get to Glasgow. It wouldn't be too far from Barcelona, we're here. How are you doing it, Mel?
Right, that's me heading back to Glasgow. I just fitted two NOx sensors in the car. The engine management light was on. One of them gave me a bit of a hassle getting out, the rear one. Bit of a fight, heat and a bit of lubrication, out she came. So both NOx sensors are done, stuck the engine management scanner on, cleared the codes, tested it, everything's great. I fitted my Bluespark performance box to it. It was fitted before, had that taken off to make sure it wasn't causing any problems. I think Mike maybe filmed a video earlier explaining that they give you a little plug to put in your loom to rule out the tuning box causing you any problems. So anyway, it's back on, everything's fine, and I'm heading back to Glasgow without any lights on in my Cayenne, which is quite unusual.